Ladies and gents, you know times are tough for content when you've decided to dig up the bones of an MMO that was shut down back in 2018, but here we are. I was walking through nature pondering what MMO to play next, and for some reason WildStar popped into my mind. How would this game be holding up today if it never shut down? How does it compare to other top MMOs in the genre currently? I thought to myself. I rushed home to check in on the Reddit to see if anyone still misses the game and to hopefully find evidence of an active private server, which is usually the case for MMOs that have been shut down. What I found was people still nostalgia posting about the game on the Reddit 4 years later, and a link to a Discord channel for a private server with over 16,000 members. So today we're jumping into the Nexus Forever private server for WildStar to do what every jaded MMO veteran does best. Bask in nostalgia, play mental gymnastics to change mediocre gaming memories to being the glory days, and sign a petition in hopes of bringing back said game. But first, a sponsor. Earth Revival is an open-world sci-fi survival RPG cross-platform on PC and mobile that's coming in 2023. This game's set in a post-apocalyptic Earth that's just been invaded by aliens. You'll be able to explore a massive open world with diverse environments such as deserts, snowy mountains, wetlands, forests, and urban ruins. And just like any good post-apocalyptic survival game, you'll be scavenging for resources, gathering supplies, cooking food, as well as crafting tools and equipment to help you survive this deadly new Earth. As you progress through the game, you'll be able to change your playstyle with many types of weapons and armor from the 22nd century, each of which feature different skills to help you mow down hordes of aliens. Aside from that, the game will also have multiplayer modes in the form of PvE raids, team tournaments, battle royale, and world bosses. You'll be able to fully customize your character to create something unique that resembles yourself, and if you're a completionist, the game also has collectibles littered throughout the world for you to hunt down. Click the link in the description below to pre-register for Earth Revival now to gain access to beta testing, in which you'll receive epic exclusive rewards and in-game outfits. Also, follow their social media to keep updated. Pre-register now. It's certainly been a long time, but here we are digging up the bones of WildStar to relive some memories. It's been a while since I've heard this login music. Does it work? Maybe the video's not gonna happen. Please. Oh, there it is, we're in. Create a new character. So these were all the races of WildStar, 8 different races. I completely forgot about that. I appreciate MMOs that have many different races because in recent years it feels like a lot of the MMOs that have released just have human races or really basic races that are kind of boring. I want to go back to the days of MMOs having multiple different races, each of which have their own culture, buildings, and starting area. God damn it, I'm talking nostalgia again. So, what are we gonna pick? I'm gonna have to be a cat girl, am I? I could go full furry and be a chewer. Rat people, that's what more MMOs needs. Like this one, and he's looking especially devious. So let's go with the chewer. 6 different race options: the engineer, the esper, the medic, the spellslinger, the stalker, or the warrior, but I cannot play these 2 classes as this race. The last time I played this game, I was playing a spellslinger, and I don't think I've ever played engineer, so let's go with that. Oh, I forgot about this. You choose a path, and some of these help you like navigate the environment better. So explorer helps you find hidden areas in the world. As a scientist, you get a scan bot that helps uncover secrets in the world. Settlers can put up defensive structures in the world, and soldiers get a bunch of battle benefits. So let's be a soldier. Hit randomize a few times. There's so many different varieties of chewer. I like this one. I love his facial expression. There's so much personality in that. Are we going to be cute or goofy? Oh, that's a good one. Whoever designed the faces for Chewer, they put so much personality into each face. I love it. Let's go with this one. Customize face. Chin thickness. Put all the sliders on max. We're just a little chewer. We want to be a fat chewer if possible. Maxing out all of the sliders in this game doesn't seem to make you look too terrifying. You can have facial hair that just completely covers your eyes. Choosing this should come with a debuff. I like this one. You can have an emo fringe. When I was... Okay, that'll do. Lots of different ears to choose from. The ears completely change how your character looks. Character customization in this game is really good, actually. Change your fur color as well. This game's a furry's wet dream. This is the one, isn't it? Red Chewer. Let's call him Canny Chewer. So it almost sounds like Konnichiwa. It's a terrible joke. And the intro cutscene, WildStar. And there it is. We are in the world of WildStar. I'm assuming this private server was made from the last update before the game shut down. I like the Chewer's run animation. It feels really unique. And you can double jump in this game as well. Forgot about that. Yeah, this would be a great game for like jumping puzzles and parkour. I'm pretty sure people used to design player houses with that in mind. My character looks like an absolute champ. Mind the mines. So go over here, disarm some mines. Oh, I guess I need to not stand in that. There's a monster over here. Let's attack it, shall we? Big damage. Oh, nice. Yo, the combat actually, straight away, feels quite interesting. I kind of like that every ability is aimed. Oh wow, that thing just explodes loot. Isn't there a dodge button? I can't remember. Yeah, there is a dodge. You double tap the directional key. Oh, that one I spend my power on. I see. I need to constantly use my shotgun, build up my power, and then I can spend my power on this electrical ability. Yeah, engineer seems pretty cool. And I love that every ability pretty much can be cast on the move. Oh god, my frames. What happened? Private server, I guess. Hang on. Restarted the game, technical issues solved. Let's hand in the quest. Purchase the smart shopper in the in-game store. Really? They added that as a quest? Okay. I can't believe they added a quest to buy something from the shop. I guess all MMOs do it now, don't they? As a chewer, I can play zoomed in and everything looks really big, or I can just zoom out and everything looks bloody tiny. How do you guys play MMOs? Do you play it super zoomed out like this, or do you like to play zoomed in for the immersion? Personally, I like mid-range view, something like this typically. I don't really like playing this zoomed out because it makes me feel like I'm playing an ARPG or something. The whole point of playing an MMO for me is the immersion aspect. Let's kill 2 at a time. Can we do that? I suppose so. Just AoE it down. It's a good thing about AoE games like this. You can just AoE everything down, which is always fun. One of the pros of this combat system. Whoa, look at you. That's a cool level up animation. I completely forgot about that. Very heavy metal. Equipped some gear. Got my first shoulder pads. Looking good. Got some goggles. I'm kind of curious to what level you can actually play up to on this private server. I'm guessing not too high. Zoom out and take a look at the world map. It was actually really big, wasn't it? The game had quite a few fairly big zones. Some alien buffalo. Let's group them up and AoE them down. Loot explodes everywhere. It's always fun. I bet somewhere out there in the universe there really is planets that have giant arachnid spider type aliens like this. It's thoughts like this that often keep me awake at night. What we're seeing in WildStar here, maybe that's not too unrealistic. Maybe a monster like this actually exists somewhere in the galaxy. Although personally, I'd rather not see it. I have actually kind of missed the combat in this game. There isn't really any other MMOs that has combat like WildStar where everything is a telegraphed skill shot ability. Personally, I think it's quite engaging, but maybe at endgame you get sick of it. I'm not sure. I never really played this game through to endgame myself. Level 6. Bloated Oxidon Corpse. Wait, is that? Well, that's a bloated buffalo. Okay. I wonder if I can kill this thing. It's a big giant elite monster. Let's give it a try. Big damage. Yes, no problem. No problem for Canny Chewer. I'm going to be really interested to read the comments for this video because I'm not sure if people actually missed this game or if they just say that they missed this game. If WildStar was still around, would you play it or at least log into it and give it another try? Because from what I've seen logging back into the game, there's certainly way worse MMOs out now that haven't shut down. I kind of wish that NCSoft just sold the rights to this game to another publisher that didn't want to shut it down. I hope we're not quickly approaching the end of our private server experience because I'm aware that you can't play the full game. This private server is still many years from completion, apparently. Sabotage the tower. Quest complete. New big damage weapon. Our first blue. Got my new weapon. I'm still in combat, apparently. Let's log out and log back in. Any technical issue ever, turn it off, turn it back on again. Fixes 99% of problems. Okay, my health is regenning now. Let's see if the new weapon looks different. Yes, that's certainly quite the upgrade. Does it do big damage? Much bigger damage. So now we need to take on this giant robot. It's a big boss. Didn't take much to kill him though. Jump in the ship and we are departing from this zone. Left the Crimson Isle and we've just arrived at Deradoon.
Think you have what it takes Time to prove it, Cupcake.
Whoever does the announcing for this game has such an epic voice. I'm supposed to be able to interrogate someone. Don't tell me that's all the content I can participate in on this private server and that they haven't done anything else. So sad if that's true. Oh, so I can just do like the first 2 zones and it kind of breaks when I enter the second zone. Just as I was getting into WildStar again. I like my Chewer's little swimming animation. Doggy paddle. I used to swim doggy paddle until the age of like 19 because I can't swim very good, and then I learned some basic swimming. So I can kill the mobs, but I can't really get any more quest progress, it seems, for anything in this zone. Seems that's as far as it goes. I really like the look of this zone, and visually, because of the stylized nature of the visuals of this game, it hasn't aged that bad really. I don't look at this and think this game's horribly outdated, it just looks cartoony. I think I've gone as far as I can go as this faction before the questing starts breaking in this zone. So let's play as the other faction. New character, cat/bunny girl. Let's play as a stalker. Randomized until something good pops out. Some of these look terrifying. We'll start with this one, I guess. Made a pretty good looking cat girl there. Her name is Mia Owl because she's a cat. Get it? This starting zone's much more vibrant and colourful. She's got a very bouncy run animation, hasn't she? I like that each of the races in this game, their animations of the movement and walking and all of that stuff feels very different. So as a stalker, I can go invisible. Feels good straight away. So you kind of use some abilities to build up energy, and then you spend that energy on big damage. Makes sense. Destroy some plants. Go invis, pop out. Pretty cool class. Is that a tree stump that's trying to attack me? Mate, you're a tree stump. What are you doing? Why do you choose violence? I don't think I've ever fought a tree stump in an MMO like that before. It didn't even have a face on it. Mate, really? You could literally just walk to your side and you've escaped that thing. You do not need my help. You are not trapped. It literally tells me I need to walk over here and stand on the circle. I guess this private server doesn't cover the Exile's starting area. With that, I guess we can't really go much further. But I guess that's answered the question. WildStar in 2022, that's pretty much all you can play. Sad that I can't really play anymore. I was starting to get into it, to be honest. It's always a sad situation when an MMO gets shut down, and most of the time the private servers that pop up, they're definitely quite lacking, and they're never really quite the same as the retail servers, which is definitely evident with this one. Rest in peace, sweet prince. You will be missed.
50 seconds left until the world premiere of the trailer for WildStar's free-to-play is going to be playing on this screen and other screens around Times Square for the very first time.
Alrighty, everybody's ready and it's St. Patrick's Day. Let's pull this motherfucker. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Nobody's stacked.
Learning how to boil it down to its bullet points. Oh crap!
Oh, what the fuck?
Joe, hit it.
Joe hit it. Joe. Holy shit!
Unfortunately, that was as much WildStar as we could play on this private server, but it was enough to remind me that the game had quite a timeless art style, great character customization with a lot of personality, a fun, unique combat system. The game didn't take itself too seriously. I liked the weird and wonderful races that each look very different, and the general movement felt quite smooth and fluid, such as the dodging, double jumping, and having so many abilities that could be used on the move. Other things I remember about WildStar that we didn't see in this video: the game had top tier instanced player housing, it had extremely hardcore endgame PvE content, which was arguably a contributing factor to the game's demise. The game had some crazy mounts from weird alien creatures to hoverboards and bubble bikes, and I remember the PvP being quite fun, although extremely chaotic with telegraphs absolutely everywhere. Would people still play WildStar if it was still around today? I actually think some people would still play it, and I'd have personally checked in and revisited it numerous times over the past few years if it was still around. Fundamentally, I think the gameplay of WildStar is good, and it was always quite fun to come back to. For me, the real reason I didn't continue to play it in the past was the theme. I'm just not a big fan of sci-fi games, especially cartoony sci-fi games. I don't know what it is, I love watching space documentaries and sci-fi movies, but I just don't like the idea of playing sci-fi games. No idea why, but my gaming preferences are either high fantasy, low fantasy, or modern day setting. Kinda boring, right? But that's it for this WildStar revisit in 2022. It's a real shame that nobody bought the rights to this game, as it's still better than a lot of other MMOs that haven't shut down yet. Let me know about your thoughts and memories with WildStar in the comments below. Would you still play this game or give it another try if it was still around? Social media on screen, zap that like button for the algorithm gods, and I'll see you in the next one.